Okay.
It has that burning smell. But if you do it like every time it would buzz and the trigger turn on, then they would never actually like kick the air on.
Okay. I'm gonna go up here and take a look at it and see what we found. Okay.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Customer called that her AC was not working and also that she was smelling a burnt smell coming from her attic as well. In this video, we're going to be going over how we determine and how we found this failed motor. All right, we're going to take these off right there. See what all this is about before we turn the breaker back on. Turn 4-ton system. Got that on there. Hear nothing. See nothing visual. Let me turn this. Oh yeah, the freaking motor seized up on here. Yeah, the motor seized up. It doesn't spin freely. Yeah, the motor's freezed up. We got a blower motor. Blower motor's bad on here. So we got a PSC motor. I already found the issue just like that. Manufacturer date. So 2009. I'll take it from there. Alright. Now we're back again. So for this one, we'll get some of these wires out of here. Take that off. There's a bunch of oil here. More than likely. Yep. Coming from that motor. So for this one to access that, we're going to have to cut this PVC drain line. So we're able to remove the motor. So we ended up talking to the customer, letting her know what was going on, what we have found, and some of the options that she had as far as replacement for this motor as well. We ended up finding that this motor was in stock. We ended up getting it, and she ended up going through with this service call, with this repair. For a repair like this, you're looking at around $800 to $1,200 for this replacement as well. And this also includes checking everything out, checking out the whole system thoroughly, evap coils, all that stuff. Make sure that it's operating as it should, as well as some of the minor details that we needed to make this replacement possible. Cooling tab goes to neutral. Now you got all these that go to that board. Now this one. What we can do is here. Let's do that. As you can see, there's a lot more than just ripping stuff out, pulling things out, and not knowing where things go after putting everything back, because everything is super easy when you take stuff out, but the hard part is trying to get everything back in place, wiring up the low voltage, high voltage, especially turning off power, the electrical components. You always got to make sure that you turn power off and all of that. And for this one, we had to remove the transformer in order to access the blower housing, as we did right here. And as we go through, we're going to remove everything, screws, everything associated that's holding in place this blower motor housing. As you can see, I'm trying to spin this blower and it's kind of hard to turn, especially when I came across it. I put my finger in to try to spin it and this thing was seized up. That's how we know that this motor had reached its lifespan. And if you don't know, now you know, dog. So now that we remove this blower housing out, we're going to remove the motor, also installing the new motor as well. And as for this, you want to make sure that everything lines up, that the wheel turns freely. You want to make sure that everything fits in smoothly, because if not, you're going to hear otherwise when you're trying to spin the system or when you got the blower housing already in there and you turn the system on, you're going to hear this big old noise. Then you have to remove the whole housing again and realign your blower wheel as well. So we don't want that. That's why we always check it first before we put everything back into the furnace. Yep, because it has happened to your boy before, so we don't want to do that. It's just a waste of time. I need to get that 10 mil capacitor, and then we're going to put that drain back in line. I'm missing a coupling, so we're gonna put a T on there and cap it off. But that's it, and then rewire it up, put that back on there. It's looking good. So as you can see right here, we're pretty much wrapping it up, making sure everything's back and put in place as well. And also we're gonna be testing the system, making sure that all the connections are out of the way, zip tying them if necessary. So now, time for the moment of truth. We'll turn the system back on. And as you can hear, this blower is on. So I want to check amp draws, what it's rating for. We're gonna wrap up this job. But as far as the service call, it's all done. Customers back and cooling. Don't have to worry about that burning smell anymore now that we addressed the issue. Luckily, it was just the motor and it wasn't the control board as well. So I'm gonna wrap it up. System is operational, and now we're gonna be heading on to the next call. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see what else breaks down in the next episode. In the meantime, we're out.